Hello everyone, today we'll be reviewing the anime original Takopi. It tells the story of a naive alien named Takopi from the planet of happiness, who arrives on Earth with a sincere desire to spread joy. However, he quickly encounters the harsh reality of humanity. He meets a girl named Shizuka, who becomes a victim of bullying and alienation, her life filled with pain and loneliness. Episode 1. A smile that couldn't be saved. Takopi, an alien from planet happiness, arrives on Earth to spread joy. He meets Shizuka, a quiet fourth grader suffering from cruel bullying by her classmate Marina. Her bag is covered in insults. Her father is dead, her mother is an escort, and her only friend is her dog Chappie. When Chappie dies, and the bullying reaches its climax, Shizuka takes a tape-like gadget and commits suicide the next day. In despair, Takopi uses the happiness camera to return to the past. He tries to help, initially not realizing that the true cause of her suffering is systematic abuse. Only after learning that Marina is angry because her father cheated on her with Shizuka's mother does he begin to understand the depth of the tragedy. In the end, he helps Shizuka call the teacher, but realizes that happiness can't be given. It must be protected. Episode 2. Death as a gift. After returning to the past, Takopi notices that Marina no longer bothers Shizuka, and that the girl is even doing better in school. While walking Chappie, Shizuka reveals that the dog was her father's last gift. Suddenly, Takopi remembers, only a few hours remain until her suicide. Marina appears and beats Shizuka, provoking Chappie to bite her. She causes a scandal, and the dog is taken away by the Animal Control Service. Takopi tries to change the past, but Marina always finds a way to destroy Shizuka's last refuge. In desperation, Takopi decides to intervene, and just as Marina attacks again, he hits her with his happiness camera. The blow proves fatal. Stunned, Takopi can't comprehend that he just killed a child. But Shizuka shines. For the first time, she feels relief. She thanks Takopi, cries, and laughs. Her tormentor is gone, and the camera no longer works. Time has stood still. This is his original sin. Episode 3. A sin that cannot be concealed. As Takopi and Shizuka leave the forest, they are found by Azuma, a classmate who is worried about Shizuka. He sees Marina's body and is shocked. He tries to explain to Shizuka that she is destined for juvenile detention, and for the first time she understands the scale of the tragedy. She will never be able to see Chappie again. Panicked, she begs Azuma to help her hide the body, saying he is her last hope. Azuma, feeling needed, agrees. They devise a plan. Takopi will transform into Marina using a gadget and live in her stead, while the body will be hidden in a shrinking capsule. At Marina's house, the parents are so engrossed in their arguments that they don't notice the substitution. However, that evening, the mother beats Takopi and then falls to her knees in despair, crying, "I know you're not my daughter. Give her back." This moment awakens Takopi's conscience. He looks at family photos and realizes for the first time that he's done something terrible. He asks Marina for forgiveness. Meanwhile, his body is found in the woods. The plan falls apart. The sin has become too great to hide. Episode 4. Confession. After Marina's body is discovered, Azuma falls into a deep depression. He walks like a zombie, haunted by the fear of being exposed. The police question the students, and Shizuka passes without suspicion. Takopi offers to tell Marina's family the truth, but Shizuka is indifferent. She dreams only of going to Tokyo. Azuma, overcome with guilt, decides to turn himself in. But first, he must talk to his brother Junya. In his imagination, his brother is a monster, a symbol of his own fears. However, reality proves different. Junya shows compassion, listens to his brother, and tells him he can always rely on him. He even jokes that their mother's pancakes are terrible. This frees Azuma. He confesses to his complicity and surrenders to the police. He is arrested, but is deemed a victim of manipulation. Shizuka becomes the prime suspect, but she is not afraid. She is already ready for her summer vacation in Tokyo. Episode 5. The Summer Cycle. Shizuka and Takopi joyfully set off for Tokyo to search for their father and Chappie. But their hopes are dashed. Their father has built a new family with 2 adopted daughters, and Chappie has disappeared. He refuses to acknowledge Shizuka. Devastated, she curses Takopi, hits him, and accuses him of betrayal. At that moment, Takopi remembers everything. This isn't his first visit to Earth. The scene shifts abruptly to 2022. Takopi arrives on Earth for the first time, but it's not Shizuka who finds him, but Marina. She has scars on her face, is shunned, and is cruelly treated by her mother. Takopi tries to help. He introduces her to Azuma, and she falls in love. Her mother even begins to soften. But when Shizuka appears in their lives, Azuma abandons Marina, captivated by Shizuka's resemblance to his mother. Marina can't bring herself to tell her, and her mother, feeling alienated, tries to kill her in a rage. Marina is forced to kill her mother in self-defense. In a frenzy, she vows to kill Shizuku. Takopi, wanting to make things right, returns to Planet Happiness for a time-traveling gadget, but his mother erases his memory, saying, "You have sinned." He returns to Earth, no longer remembering anything, and starts all over again with Shizuku. Now he stands in the park, looking at her, unable to decide, kill her or forgive her. At that moment, Azuma appears. Episode 6. The Finale. The 6th episode of Takopi's original sin begins with Takopi trying to explain the whole truth to Azuma, but the boy doesn't understand. Nevertheless, he says he can't stand the sight of Takopi anymore, and has come to say goodbye. Due to the ongoing investigation, he won't be able to see the alien after today, and the whole family is going through difficult times. Takopi begins to cry, saying he doesn't want to. His tears deeply touch Azuma, who sheds a tear too, thanking Takopi. Despite considering himself worthless, the alien always sincerely praised him for his intelligence. And when the 3 of them, Takopi, he, and Shizuka, were together, the boy enjoyed going to school and spending time with his friends. As a token of gratitude, he returns Takopi's happiness gadgets. Before leaving, Takopi notices that Azuma's glasses have changed. It turns out Junja spent his last paycheck on them and was fired afterward. Now he's unlikely to be able to attend university. Azuma takes a step back, remembering Takopi's mention of a time machine. He asks the alien to find his younger self and tell him, "It's okay if you want to argue with your older brother, go ahead." After weeks of waiting, Shizuka finally appears in the park. Takopi tries to apologize for not helping her and not understanding her suffering, but she's too angry to listen. She pours out all her pain on him, saying she's never had anyone to lean on. When she had problems or doubts, there was no one there to support her. But finally letting go of her anger, doubt, and insecurity, she cries, sobs, clinging to Takopi's shoulder. They wander the city endlessly, time losing its meaning. But one thing is clear, they are no longer alone. When they return to the park, Takopi shows Shizuka the happiness camera and their old photograph. Although the device is broken, he uses his powers to activate it one last time. Shizuka realizes what's happening too late, and Takopi begins to disappear right before her eyes. The alien sacrifices itself, sending Shizuka back in time. Their lives continue as before, but now they're tinged with a vague sense of time spent with Takopi, and that changes everything. Azuma admits he had a fight with his brother over a video game, and now his friends want to play with him too. Marina continues to tease Shizuka, But Takopi's drawing in the girl's notebook becomes a bridge between them, and they begin to bond. All this time, Takopi recounts what's happening until he finally bids Shizuka farewell. He knows difficulties will remain, but he hopes they can grow and navigate the path to adulthood together. In the post-credits scene, we see Shizuka and Marina shopping and having a good time. What a wonderful ending to this series! While the original sin of Takopi sometimes felt too dark and provocative, this final episode is sincere, warm, and surprisingly relatable. Instead of shocking deaths or violence, it emphasizes honesty and emotional depth. When Shizuka and Takopi embrace, it feels like a long-awaited resolution, despite their recent fight. This episode also finally establishes Azuma as the anime's strongest and most touching human character. He is the first to truly open up to others, especially Takopi, and it is his sincerity that underscores how precious this alien friend was. It's especially touching how the animation changes as he attempts to express his true feelings. A light appears in Azuma's eyes. It seems like a small detail, but it prepares the viewer for a breakthrough, as if the boy has been holding himself back for so long that his very essence changes when he finally becomes himself. Takopi's sacrifice is another tear-jerking moment, but even more powerful is his voiceover throughout the final scenes. The actor's brilliant performance conveys how much he knows and loves each of the children, even without appearing on camera. While the reconciliation between Marina and Shizuka could have been a little more nuanced, it is still touching and logical. Despite all the cruelty the series depicts, it remains true to its core message, the importance of empathy and overcoming difficulties. And ultimately, it gives us a warm, bright, and truly beautiful ending.